The big issue in this country is that we're focused on all the wrong things economically. The separation, the concentration of wealth at the top, the stagnation of wages, the lack of jobs.
The American dream of a house and a security for your family is dead and dying. Many houses have been foreclosed. Young persons who want to achieve home ownership can't do it. It's all due to the banks and corporate greed.
I want freer markets. I want capitalism like it used to be, not this corporatism where we're bailing out these corporatism, and bailing out the banks. I want to get back to a freer market and more individual liberty.
Gotcha. You are an economics major?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Where at?
George Mason University.
Ending the wars would be a big help. But when you come down to it, the military is the only decent job program that we offer poor people in this country.
We were doing a lot of convoy escorts, some route security, and a little bit of urban operations. So I was on the cordon for the Fallujah offensive. It was a rough time. I kind of went over knowing that we were in the wrong, that we were going to invade a country that was no threat to us. And that if I were in their shoes, that I would be the ones that I would do the same thing they're doing.
These represent all the houses that have been foreclosed across the country. Let me get this straight. None of these are for sale.
None of these are for sale,
okay.
But they will probably be occupied tonight.
Do you have anything with a deck?
No, I don't think so. That's something that we're going to have to work on. I've got some cardboard over here. We can probably start construction on that right away. Permits might be a problem, though.
Are you interested in buying any of these foreclosed houses over here?
No, I like New Hampshire. It's beautiful. I couldn't live in a city.
If you couldn't occupy D.C., what city would you like to occupy instead?
New Orleans. Sorry. Beignets and coffee at the Cafe du Monde,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And of course, the pastries down there?
That's right, yeah.
If you had to live in New York City for a year or read The New Yorker for a year, which would you do?
I'd rather read. I'm not going to agree with it.
I was really surprised you said that.
I'm not going to agree. I'm not going to live in New York. No, that's awful.
I think you probably need a little bit more space than the city has to offer.
Yeah, it's for little people.
How many protests do you think you've been to?
Oh man, I can't count. I don't have that many fingers.
You're an economics major. What do you mean you can't count? Who's your favorite movie bad guy, by the way?
Ooh, favorite movie bad guy? I kind of liked in the Kevin Costner Robin Hood a while back.
Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
You like Alan Rickman?
Yeah.
And Call Off Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really surprising choice. You didn't go for any sort of military movie. You went for fairy tale.
Yeah.
I like that. You're kind of a big, sensitive military guy. Who are the best protesters outside of D.C.? You've been to a bunch of states.
To be honest, being from Kentucky, Kentucky's got the best protesters. We got the Tea Party down there. It's good, but then you always got the unions busting in from Illinois.
Speech about hope and change. You can bring us all to tears. You can list all your accomplishments, say give us 4 more years. You can make the case your party is so different from the other. You can say you've got my back. You can call yourself my brother, but you don't fool me. No, you don't fool me.
How do you feel about the passing of Steve Jobs?
It's one of those things that it's sad. It really is to have such a genius in our world who really did use capitalism to get to here today. When he didn't even graduate from college, he came out after 1 semester. He started up his own business, and they competed.
Steve Jobs is a brilliant person. He became one of the richest people in the world, and unlike some of them, he deserved it. He earned it himself. I don't know if his kids are going to deserve it.
I think the whole thing about Steve Jobs is, people call him the Thomas Alva Edison of our age, and that was perhaps true. Apple put tools in the hands of people, and people are starting to use them now. I actually just got a smartphone last week.
Jobs, what he's done has helped take away hundreds of thousands of jobs for other people. Telephone operators, people who answer the phones in places, people who take orders over the phone. I mean, there's all sorts of ordinary jobs that ordinary people can do that Steve Jobs has made as obsolete as buggy whip makers were. So I have no criticism of Steve Jobs as a person. From what I can tell, he's a decent guy.
My life has been changed by that phone. I know it sounds trite.
Probably could give away more money than he does to worthwhile causes.
If we had these phones back in the 70s, the world would be a very different place.
In what way specifically? Would they have wiped out disco music or just made it easier to buy song by song?
No, I'm just talking about the war. The Vietnam War, right, and our mobilizations. You know, you had to call people on the phone. You had to put signs up. You had to,
I have no idea what language you're speaking right now.
I hadn't thought about it at all until just now. So,
Do you have an iPhone?
I don't. I have a Droid.
I'm the director of a group called the Solidarity Singers of the New Jersey Industrial Union Council. And we do a lot of demonstrations. We're usually demonstrating at least 2 or 3 times a month. We appear at a demonstration somewhere in the New Jersey area.
I think I saw you guys open up for Weezer one time.
We never opened up for Weezer.
Oh. Why is the music here so bad?
It's hippie protest music. It's all the same.
I thought left-wingers are supposed to be really into good music, though.
I'm still waiting for Bob Marley. I'm waiting to hear some Bob Marley.
I interviewed his daughter, by the way.
Really? That's awesome.
She's really cute.
Awesome.
What's your big hit song?
Well, we have a number of big hit songs. I mean, at the moment, we're pushing a new song that one of our members wrote called "The Golden Bull," about Wall Street and about how they're guarding the Golden Bull. There's a song we're singing a lot now that I wrote called "Ain't Gonna Mourn, Gotta Organize." We're singing a Raging Granny song that they wrote for this demonstration today.
I saw them earlier.
Yeah, well, they sent around, Vicky Ryder sent her song around, and we're going to be singing that song that they sang today.
I'm guessing these songs probably won't be on the Clear Channel spin list. Which do you prefer, Army of Darkness the movie or the Army Corps of Engineers?
Oh, I am an engineer, and I look at the Army Corps of Engineer, and it's really a perversion of the profession. So definitely not the Corps, Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness, Bruce Campbell.
Yes.
Are your arms tired yet?
A little bit, but I don't eat tofu, so my bones are a little stronger, and I can hold up a sign longer than these malnourished hippies.
I voted for Howard Dean from Iraq in the
Absentee ballot.
Yeah.
Oh, it actually works? Who do you like in the World Series?
I'm not a big baseball fan.
I don't follow baseball well enough to have an intelligent opinion.
Are you a baseball fan at all?
I'm not. No.
No one here is.
No. Our passions lie in another area. So.
I should have brushed up on the Ultimate Frisbee Championships before I showed up here, maybe.